What's up, Sussex Squad? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, it has started. It has started. It has started. As you guys may know, Harry released a sweet statement about how much he missed his gram. Now, I know Mima was the head of a colonizer state, but we're going to let Harry have his pain. But y'all, the royal family and the palace couldn't get out. Do you know that Meghan Markle is actually trending on Twitter? For what? Minding her business, showing how to give a little theatrics, right? Of course, the royalists don't like that, right? Because the royal family, whose whole job is to be performative, whose whole job is to put whatever's going on in their personal life and their feelings aside to show up and carry on and inspire a nation and show the nation they are one with them, right? Your whole job and what they brag about is the fact that you have a sense of duty, and duty means putting your personal feelings aside and giving the nation a show. Well, when it comes to Meghan Markle, that's a bad thing, right? Because Meghan crying at a funeral, it's performative. It's the people in their minds, the derangers. What's up, Sussex Squad? What's up, Tattletales? Hit that like and subscribe button. But the people in their mind have convinced themselves, right, that Meghan is so devoid and not worthy of humanity, right? She's a bully that we haven't seen one person bullied. She's a manipulator who consistently gets the short end of a stick, but she somehow, I guess she manipulates reality. And the fact of every time they kick her down into the dirt, she's able to plant seeds and watch them grow. I didn't know that was the definition of a manipulator, right? She's so unworthy of basic assigning human traits to her that when she cries at a funeral, right, it has to be fake. It has to be an act. Okay, let's follow that, even if it is fake and even if it is an act. Isn't that what you came here for? Sure. You're mad now that a system that you completely said was for show and showmanship, and Kate went through a lot, but she always showed up and she never put her wrong foot forward. Meghan gives you guys a show of the century, and now there's a problem with it. Now you like your royals to be the illest and the realest to ever do these things. Man, get out of here. But I will say, Meghan's trending on Twitter. The derangers, and I think the palace, because it looks, remember when the royal reporters, right? Remember when the royal reporters were, and some of them were exposed. I think it was Levin as retreating trolls and helping with this. I think Christopher Bully exposed that on Twitter, right? But let me get to my point. There is now a hashtag trending on Twitter, right? Meghan Markle is toxic. For what? Existing, breathing, living. Let me tell you, well, first let me tell you what Harry actually said that triggered all this. For one, it was leaked that Meghan asked for a meeting with Charles via letter. Now, when I read that, I had to laugh, and I said, that's right, Meghan, you come with those guns blazing. You learn from your daddy. Let me write this in a letter. Right? Because maybe we need to sue the Daily Fail again. But here's what the statement that Harry and Meghan released. Okay, so this is what triggered it all. Are you ready to hear the disrespect? The disrespect that Harry lobbied at the Queen, right? The Queen. Harry said, right? He paid tribute to his granny in a statement on Monday morning, thanking her for sound advice and that infectious smile. Now, he spoke like he was speaking directly to her. He said, from my earliest childhood memories with you, to meeting you for the first time as my commander-in-chief, to the first moment you met my darling wife and hugged your beloved great-grandchildren. I cherish these times shared with you, and the many other moments in between you're already sorely missed, not just by us, but the world over. Now, let's pause there, because it did remind me of a particular point of cruelty. Remember when all the couriers were bragging, Harry tried to bring cameras, but we shut it down. And I thought, how sick. that they knew that the Queen was on her last leg. And this was Harry's grandmother. And they literally denied him the right of getting a picture with his children and the grandmother, the Queen, because they thought he might use it for content. I guess they were on Instagram thinking everything is content, everything is content, everything is content. Meanwhile, we see Kate and William parading their children out at the funeral, right? Charlotte breaking down, 7 and 9 years old, having to be at the whole funeral service. More on that too, and how they've actually taken Harry's model, half in, half out, and they've already announced they're going to apply it to their own children. So I guess it's good for their children, but not for King Charles's chosen person, right? They are looking, they are paying attention, and they see how Harry and Meghan are so successful. And I think William and Kate wants that for their own children. Nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong with that on the flip side. So let me tell you how the universe reacted. Well, oddly enough, Meghan Markle is toxic, is trending. I guess it was too much that everybody in America was like, yes, Meghan, you better give us everything we ever dreamed of in our books. Again, Meghan understands the U.S. market. Listen, the family drama is sad, but we like our photo ops. We like our sound bites. We like all that stuff. Look at the disgusting things that are on Twitter, though. Everybody, listen, this one, Candy Cabral. Now, she's a Twitter user. I think she joined around the Queen's Jubilee. She has nothing but bots as followers. Everyone's screaming racism about Harry's uniform and holding hands. Remember, he was invited by his grandmother to visit her while they were in the UK. He refused, just like he refused to take his mother's phone call the night she died. You guys, Meghan has no personality of her own. She wants to be someone she never was, never is, and never will be. Let's see. Meghan bullied young Charlotte, age 3 at the time. Will Meghan announce a pregnancy or miscarriage in the coming days? Did anyone ask her if she was okay? You guys, these trolls go on and on and on, saying the most vile and disgusting things. For people not to separate, people going on a Sussex SWAT, going on Twitter and being like, Kate has no personality, Kate's this, Kate's that. The truly vile, toxic, below the belt, and also psychologically damaging things that are said. To me, it seems like there is a list. Jason Knopf is sitting behind there and typing everything up and getting off, right? Getting them off for this. It truly is vile. But what's more vile, which I haven't figured out, are either the people in my comments, are they derangers too? I literally said yesterday, 2 people, this is a side, we're gonna get back on track. I really said yesterday, if you're not Black, don't talk about someone's Blackness. I had somebody in saying, oh, so if somebody's 2% Native American, Meghan is not 2%. Her mother is Black. I know it bothers you. I know that there's actual real proof that you guys are being racist over in London and the UK media. I know you wish to God that Meghan's Blackness was a grandmother or something body that we couldn't see, because it doesn't fit with the narrative drive. Meghan's not a Black woman. You treated her as a Black woman. Yes, Meghan's biracial. She has a white father. She has a Black mom. She was raised by a Black woman. The ties to Meghan's Blackness are right there in front of us. She's never tried to hide it. She's very proud of it. She keeps her mother on her. Even when her and Harry were dating, she didn't need to have her mother around, right? Because Meghan doesn't need to shout, I'm Black. We can see it right there. This whole biracial thing, that is, especially with Meghan's age, that is a foreign concept. I hate to blame it to you, because I know there were other people in my comments being like, well, I'm Black and Meghan doesn't have 2 Black parents, she's biracial. And I'd like to introduce everybody to American race theory. Do you know that most Black people in America, not immigrants, but if you were born here, if you were an ADOS, do you realize of enslaved people, do you realize that most have between 20 and 67% other races? Irish, Scottish, French, Native American, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So for you people to sit here, and you must be derangers and come with your hot takes on race and who. I'm telling you right now, and if you guys keep doing, well, I've already started blocking people. Put that in the comment section at your own risk. You will be blocked promptly. Again, this is also my culture that you're talking about. This is also my culture that you're speaking bad about. This is also my race that you are acting like. Again, the arrogance that you are coming on a Black American woman's channel and telling her what it means to be Black American, as if my lived experience doesn't give. Anyway, let's move on, right? So we have the derangers over there. But why are these derangers starting? Because people are starting to notice. There's an article that was actually featured in Vogue magazine. Let's call the endless Meghan Markle scrutiny what it is. They go into detail how it is racism. They outline. The Cut did an article on racism. People did an article. The world is starting to notice. Like everything that happens with Meghan Markle and the royal family, Meghan was in their grasp. And what did they do? They took those opportunities to torture her and Harry. They wanted those opportunities. They took glee in those opportunities. And now they're shocked and mad that the world saw them torture two people, give Meghan an unfair line to live up to. And when she astonished them and lived up to that line, they tore her down for it. How dare you be better than you should have been. You should have been crushed at the end of the day. And now they're once again following the playbook. Derangers on Twitter, derangers in my comments, derangers on whatever. Now, are these trolls that are doing this connected to the royal family? I have no proof of that, but all the research that we've seen dug up gives a strong link. I just have to put this out there, right? The royalists, the monarchists, the royalty supporters. And again, they're stuck in the same thing where the whole world's watching and said, you guys are out of your mind and so racist. And they keep yelling, we're not racist, we're not racist. You don't understand. What do we need to see? What do we need to see? I don't understand. If the whole world is telling you your actions are racist, and because you live in the head, the empire, the crown jewel of colonizers are us, you're fighting back with the world saying there's nothing racist about us. At what point are you going to start to listen to what the world's saying and accept the fact that all the world is telling you that your behavior is unacceptable, racially unhinged, and just embarrassing? When are you going to start to listen? But there's more, right? People are also coming out with what the Queen felt and what she wanted. Funny how none of these hot takes, right, were there. Funny how none of these hot takes were there while the Queen was alive. Because the one thing that they can't erase and the one thing they tried to smirch and tried to shame, the Queen was quite fond of Harry and Meghan. And even after they left, the Queen was fine with that. She gave them their own procession at the Queen's Jubilee. Against what the couriers wanted, she met with Lilibet, wanted to hug her, was so happy. The fact that now Camilla told me, whatever her name is, and all the derangers are coming out with their unhinged things on what the Queen felt, what the Queen wanted. I remember a while back somebody said, and I think it's a great thing, when the people in Salty Island say, you offended the Queen is a proxy for the establishment. But let's get into this, right? Harry did say in his interview, he distinguished between his family and the firm. The Queen was his family, the firm behind her did whatever. He felt sorry for his brothers because they were trapped. But again, I'm sorry for his brother and his dad, they were trapped. But again, it looks like the more time he gave them, the more they assimilated. Now they're part of the Fire Nation, the evil empire. Anyway, listen, Camilla, in the excerpt from the New Royals shared with Vanity Fair, royal expert Katie Nichols details the toll their departure had on the Queen, who was allegedly deeply hurt by Harry's decision to leave his family and country. Shut up, that's my English accent. We're gonna have to go with it. Although Her Majesty was profoundly impacted, she made it clear that if Harry and Meghan chose to leave, they could not reap the benefits of being royal. According to a friend, privately, the Queen confided that she was exhausted by the turmoil of their decision. She was very hurt and told me, I don't know, I don't care, I don't want to think about it anymore. That's her deep hurt. I don't know, I don't care, I don't want to think about it anymore. Are you sure you're not projecting? Did she say she was deeply hurt, or did she say she was exhausted by the conversations around? But the only people that were making the conversations were the men in gray and the royalists. Harry and Meghan left quietly. This is before the Oprah interview. They left quietly. And then for the queen to say, I don't know, I don't care, it's just, I don't want to think about it anymore. Was she that hurt? I'm just saying. Camilla goes on to claim that she knows what's in the heart and mind of the queen. Camilla goes on to claim that, Kate's going to be the next Princess Diana. Camilla, personality, but like to have a word with you. Listen, y'all, we're gonna have to break this up because already the video is getting too long. I am starting a podcast, but as you guys know, I haven't started it yet. So until then, we're gonna have to splice these YouTube videos together. But you guys, this clown show is in action, and part of me is really like, you know what? Let's see that biography. We will have a book club. I'm sure Harry is putting in a foreword and an afterword, a prologue. He's putting in an extended director's cut. Listen, I just want to say this. The royal family, they can't, at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan, they actually don't have to lift a finger to destroy that family. They're destroying themselves. But I'm glad that Harry is coming out speaking. And I can't wait for Meghan Markle's. I can't wait for him and Mars anyway. Anyway, my little Talentalents, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.